Hello, my lovely bookish friends. It's Heather with Belle's Library. I am back with an unexpected haul. I a couple of months ago, put in a book outlet order and never arrived. It was sitting in Richmond, California for like 3 weeks. So I emailed them and said, hey, I think this is lost in the mail. And they refunded my money. So I was like, well, I'm going to use this money and go on Amazon and buy some books because I wanted books. So I bought some other books. Those arrived. And then a couple weeks later, my whole book outlet order arrived. So I wasn't really expecting to have these books for another haul, but I do. And I'm going to share them with you. And I also threw in my Owlcrate book for the month into this haul. So we can talk about that one too because it is gorgeous. And give me a second to talk to my daughter and we'll get into it. Alright, so this first book is going to be a book that I already read and I super enjoyed, so I bought a copy. Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I love this cover with the snake and all the feathers, and it just feels so magical and witchy, and that's exactly what this story is. So it is about a witch and a witch hunter who end up having to get married, and the witch is kind of not in with her coven at all. She's kind of an outsider, and the witch hunter solely believes that witches are evil, and obviously some things get turned on their heads a little bit in this one. So super love this one. Another book that I have already read and super wanted a copy of is An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. I want to collect all of them with this cover here. I really enjoy it, and I super loved this book and series. Well, I have super enjoyed this book in the series. I am going to continue the rest of the series this month. So the basic premise of this book is we have a resistance trying to penetrate into this school that turns out these super strong warriors that basically, if they can flatten the school, then they can take over, and they do that by our main character infiltrating and being the slave to the headmistress. I don't think that's the right word. It's been a minute since I've read this one, so I don't remember all the terminology, but it's never been successful before, and we're following the point of view of her as well as one of the soldiers, and he doesn't totally agree with everything that's going on either. So there's a lot of gray area in this book, and I just love this cover too. It's super pretty, and I can't wait to continue in this series. Next book I picked up, this one was pretty inexpensive, and I found it as old as time. It is What If Belle's Mother Cursed the Beast? So if you haven't heard of these twisted tales, they are basically a spin-off of one of our traditional fairy tales and just a slight bit different, and they're just kind of fun and nostalgic. And I read the Frozen one before, and I had to get the Beauty and the Beast one because obviously my channel's name is Belle's Library. I super want her library so bad, and I just kind of want to start collecting some fun Beauty and the Beast stuff. I also picked up the Disenchantments by Nina LaCour. I really enjoyed We Are Okay by her this past month in June, and I wanted to pick up more by her, and I found this one for a couple bucks, so I got this one as well. My brief understanding is it's about a band that I believe after high school they decide they're going to go try and tour and make it for reals, but one of them decides not to, but the other ones keep going, and it's kind of their journey as they try and be a band. Alright, next one I can reach is my Owlcrate book, Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angeles. I'll put up in the cards my Owlcrate unboxing with this one. It was a really good month. This is kind of magician circus themed, and the cover is gorgeous, and I'm super there for a circus story. Next up on the list here is we got The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I've heard this series is really good, and I'm excited to start into it. It is based in New York City, and there's like no magic left in New York City, from my understanding, except for a few, and they can't go outside of New York City, otherwise they lose it, or the opposite, or something like that. I don't know, it had magic, and I just was like, yes, okay. And in New York City, I mean, it's always a fun setting to have. Next, I picked up The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. I really enjoyed A Million Junes by her, and I'm hoping to read Beach Read, which is her most recent book out. So I wanted to pick up more by her, and I picked up The Love That Split the World. So A Million Junes that I read by Emily Henry before is magical realism, which is something that I've realized I really enjoy in a book, and this book is kind of the same. And we have the main character, what's her name, Natalie, starts noticing weird things like her front door, instead of being red, is now green, and just like in Split Second, like changes that she's like, that's weird. And she also starts seeing some apparitions, and not totally sure where else this is going to take, but magical realism, I'm here for it. Let's do it. Next up, we have Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't read anything by him, and honestly, a lot of his books look very intimidating to me, but for some reason, this one is the one that interests me the most. I believe it's got some outer space themes, and he's a really popular fantasy writer, and I've heard really good things about his books, so I'm excited to see if I like them. It says Claim the Stars. I don't remember a whole lot about this one, and I can't find a synopsis anywhere. This book doesn't have a synopsis on it. It doesn't have a dust cover, so I don't know if it was supposed to have one originally or not, but it's gonna be good, I'm sure. I also picked up Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This one's been really popular on BookTube for a while now, and I never realized how cool this cover is. Like, it's like see-through, and you can see into the different writing underneath. And then if you take the dust jacket off, it's like covered in like little memos and stuff, and I don't know, it's just super cool. And then the inside is told all in like maps and different briefing notes and interviews and just different mixed media. And like some of the pages are almost poem looking, or like this one you're just kind of skipping across. So I think that's super fun, and I can't wait to read this one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of cool the way it's set up. It honestly makes me want to read it more because it has this super different and fun vibe going on to it. So another book that I picked up because I knew it was told in kind of that mixed media format like Illuminae Files is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. So this one, it says, is told in interviews, journal entries, transcripts, and news articles. And it's kind of a sci-fi. I think the main character like falls in like a well or something that she's working on and falls into the hand of a giant. And it's like a mechanical giant hand or something. And then they're trying to figure out what this is. And I don't know. It should be interesting. I'm down for it. I also got The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, another circus book. Super excited for that. I really want to read through a few circus books this summer because I feel like summer's the perfect time for circusy type stuff. So this will be on the list very soon. Okay, and then last but not least, I got the box set of the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. I have read A Darker Shade of Magic so far. That's the first book. I actually listened to it on audio, so I'm thinking about just rereading it physically because I think I might enjoy it actually more that way. But with the audio, it's kind of cool because I can understand how she wants some of the spells and stuff said. So I super love the box on this one. It has some really fun art. I have to show you guys. So here is the first book, A Darker Shade of Magic. And without the cover on, you have Ostravas. And we have pictures of some of our characters in here. And in the back as well. So that is super fun. I love that. And here is the second book in the series, A Gathering of Shadows. And again, we have our characters on the inside. It says Das Rescon. And there's our back of the book characters. And here is the last book in the trilogy, A Conjuring of Light. We have Anosh. And I just think that's so fun. Like, really well designed little set here. And another little detail with this set is they come with some little place marker ribbons. So that's really good too. I really enjoyed that little feature, so I can use that as my bookmark if I want. And this set also comes with a map of our Londons. We have all of our white London, our red London, our gray London, and our black London there. And then here's the back of it. So very thrilled with having this set, and then it came with. So yes, I am very happy to have this set. I am happy with the presentation of it. I think it's super well put together, and I'm very excited to get more into this series and finish those off. So here is all of the books in my haul today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you can, get down below and like and subscribe and tell me if you guys have read any of these and what you guys thought. I would love to hear more from you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, bye. Thanks, bye.